Hey guys, welcome back to Lawler Bricks. Today is a super special video. We actually had the chance to go to a couple different third-party Lego stores, and we were able to pick up a bunch of new minifigures. A lot of them are really rare and a little bit expensive, but it was worth it to add to our amazing collection of minifigures that we're building here at Lawler Bricks. So let's jump right in. The first set of Lego minifigures that I want to highlight is the Scooby-Doo collection. Now, this is the full set of Scooby-Doo minifigures coming from all of the different sets, and I want to highlight Velma for a second. I'll actually throw her up. Velma is the only exclusive minifigure in this series, and she actually comes from the 2015 Lego Mystery Mansion set. All of the others came from multiple different sets, but this is the full collection, and we were actually able to pick this up for only $160 for all of them. Now, to put that in perspective, Velma alone runs between $100 and $120 on the secondary market right now. The rest of these run between $10 and $30. Fred, I know, is about $32. So all of them together, I would say $160 is definitely a fair price. And we are really excited to put this on the minifigure wall. Now, this Velma minifigure is actually the second most expensive minifigure that we own here at Lawler Bricks now. And in order to find what the most valuable minifigure that we own here at Lawler Bricks is, you'll have to stay until the end of the video. We actually have a Lord of the Rings minifigure that is the most expensive minifigure that we own here at Lawler Bricks, and we're super excited to show that to you, so make sure to stay until the end of the video. The next set of minifigures that I want to highlight that we picked up recently is the Avatar: The Last Airbender set. Now, this set is incomplete, and I actually didn't realize it, but essentially we were at this third-party Lego store, and I saw these. I was like, oh, these are absolutely collectible. I 100% want these. So we bought them. Doing research later, I don't think it was a bad idea to buy them, but I did realize that they actually aren't Lego. They're 3D printed onto Lego minifigures, so I guess they're partially Lego, but the backstory behind them is that there was actually a Avatar: The Last Airbender tabletop role-playing game where they didn't have minifigures to play the game, so they ended up 3D printing these and selling them with the game, and that's how they ended up. Now, you'll notice that the Aang actually doesn't have a back to his head. Instead, they just printed a second head, which is kind of funny. Now, we did pick these up for $80 in total. For all four. The full set, which does include Zuko and Azula, we don't have those. The full set, though, is $120. Now, to be honest with you, I'm fully fine with these actually not being Lego. We're still going to put them on the Lego minifigure wall, and maybe at some point we'll even replace them with the real Lego gig. Now, today was not a huge day for Lego Harry Potter. However, we tend to always pick up at least a couple Lego Harry Potter minifigures, just because there's so many of them and we can't collect them all at once, so you might as well just get started somewhere. We did pick up a couple really interesting ones. One of them is the Mad-Eye Moody. Now, this one's super interesting because the dual face actually comes with Monty Crouch Jr., which is who impersonates Mad-Eye Moody in The Goblet of Fire. So that's super cool. This Mad-Eye Moody minifigure actually came in two different Harry Potter sets in 2018 and the Harry Potter Series 1. The next minifigure is Luna Lovegood. Now, this minifigure we've actually been looking for a really long time, specifically the variant with the actual accessory skirt. This minifigure is known for the amount of accessories that it comes with. It comes with the bag, it comes with the wand, it comes with the book, it comes with the skirt. So we've been looking for this one for quite a long time, and it's difficult to find because she was only in the collectible minifigure series of 2018 for Harry Potter. So very glad to find this one, and we're excited to put this one on the wall for sure. Now, it's really hard not to talk about Disney when you talk about the minifigures. They just come out with so many cool minifigures. So we ended up picking up these two. This is Dr. Facilier and the Evil Queen, both from the 2023 Disney 100 Lego minifigure series set. So these are fairly new. We probably could have picked them up elsewhere, but we saw them and they were interesting, so we are definitely glad to have these ones. Before we move on to the Marvel and Lord of the Rings minifigures, I wanted to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you like this content so that we can support it and have more like this. I know that we haven't posted in quite a minute, but we are trying to post more often and give more commitment there, so we would love it if you guys show your support by subscribing to the channel. Now, let's talk about Lego Marvel. The first minifigure that I am super excited about, it's been on my wish list for quite a while now, is this Yondu right here. And this Yondu is only available from one set, which is Alicia's Revenge from 2017. Now, there are a couple Yondus that are available to buy. This one is by far my favorite. It's also $53, which is quite expensive, but definitely worth it in terms of collectability and investment, and also it's going to look great on the minifigure wall. Staying with the Guardians of the Galaxy theme, we do have our next Star-Lord minifigure. This is the second Star-Lord that we own here at Lawler Bricks now. It's the only silver armored Star-Lord that they have made, which makes it very collectible, and also obviously look great on the minifigure wall. Now this one is also only exclusive to one set, which is the Milano versus the Obelisk set from 2017. Now, this Star-Lord actually isn't super expensive. It's only $17, so a little bit easier to pick up for sure, but still the collectability is amazing for this one. So now that I think of it, all of the Marvel minifigures that we picked up today are from Guardians of the Galaxy. Just coincidentally, I should say all of the Lego Marvel minifigures that we picked up. I'll talk about that in a second. Now, this is the Drax minifigure. I have been so wanting this minifigure for like 2 years now, and it's impossible to find. I can't find it anywhere without actually ordering it, but I like to see the minifigures in person, so that's sort of how I like to purchase my minifigures. Now, you'll notice this is the Drax with the red pants. This is from the Milano Space Rescue from 2014, and there's actually 2 different Drax versions right now that are in existence. The first is with the blue pants, second is with the red pants. They're both upwards of $55. This one is slightly more expensive right now, but they've just been kind of leapfrogging. And I've been wanting either one, but I'm actually psyched about the red pants. I think it looks slightly better. But yeah, honestly, I'm so psyched to have Drax finally in the Marvel collection of minifigures. The last official Lego minifigure that I want to talk about from Marvel is Rocket the Raccoon. This is actually my second favorite variant from the Rocket the Raccoon minifigures that they have created there at Lego. My first favorite would probably actually be the Avengers Endgame suit that he wears. I know that a lot of the Avengers actually don't look good in that suit. I think Rocket looks great in that suit. That's also the last minifigure that they created of Rocket without the new head mold. The new head mold is trash, to be honest. His neck is way too big. I'm glad that this one from 2014 actually has the correct head mold that makes him look good. This is an exclusive from the Nowhere Escape mission set from 2014. And I'm definitely excited to have this one. It's not too expensive, but definitely one of my favorite Rocket variants for sure. Last but not least for Marvel, we actually picked up these custom Deadpool minifigures. Now these ones are 3D printed again, sort of like the Avatar: The Last Airbender sets. They're 3D printed onto Lego minifigure pieces, but they're actually really, really well done. I couldn't even tell that they were 3D printed just by picking them up and looking at them. It's only the texture that you can feel. And I don't know if I can catch that on camera, but you can kind of feel a little bit of roughness from the 3D printing. But I also really, really love how they've done these swords, sort of the X crossing swords here on the back of these. And I did pick up both of them. I think that the red one is obviously iconic and the pink one is just funny, to be honest. So these are definitely going to get added to the minifigure wall. Again, even though they're not fully Lego minifigures, they're definitely worthy of going up there. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the entire video for me to show off the Lego Lord of the Rings minifigures, so here they are. And thank you guys for watching until you have. I'm really excited to show off these Lego Lord of the Rings minifigures. So the first two are 2 orc variants. One is a hunter orc over here, And then this is the Urukai Orc. They've created multiple versions of each of these, so they're definitely more collectible. And also they only came in a couple of sets in general. That's why they created multiple variants. But I actually have an idea for what I want to do with these. And it's to create an orc army. My reasoning behind it is, well, if you're collecting Star Wars clone troopers, they tend to be quite expensive, but actually not as expensive as these. These are about $25 each. Now, if I create an entire army out of those, that is highly expensive, highly collectible, but also I can create a mock. And the mock that I want to create, well, there's actually two. The first mock I want to create is Helm's Deep. That would require a lot of Urukai orcs, and then the second mock I could reuse that orc army to create the final battle from Return of the King. Now that one includes every single army from Lord of the Rings, so that's definitely a very long-term project, but that is what we're going to try and do, starting with our first 2 minifigures for the orc army. Now let's talk about a couple individual minifigures that I have acquired from the Lord of the Rings. The first is going to be another Legolas variant. Now if you guys have watched our videos before, you probably know that here in the background we have Rivendell. Now this Rivendell also comes with a newer Lord of the Rings Legolas variant. This one is a much older one. It actually only came in 3 sets between 2012 and 2014. And now we have 2 of the 4 variants of Legolas. So I'm pretty excited to say that. I am not sure whether or not I want to collect the other 2 yet. I would assume that later down the line I probably will. For those of you who don't know, Haldir actually leads the elf army that comes to Rohan's aid during the Battle of Helm's Deep. Now it's fitting that Haldir, this minifigure, is actually exclusive to the Battle of Helm's Deep Lego set from 2012, and this makes him $55. So quite expensive, but highly collectible since he only came in 1 set. But yeah, that is Haldir for you. Very excited to have this one. Before we get to the most expensive Lego minifigure that I own, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Bilbo Baggins. We have a couple variants of this Bilbo Baggins now here at Lawler Bricks. This is actually by far my favorite variant of Bilbo Baggins, aside from the Blu-ray DVD exclusive where he's wearing the blue shirt. That one is basically impossible to find and really expensive, so that one aside, this one is my favorite Bilbo Baggins variant. Now this one actually came in 4 sets between 2012 and 2013. It's not the most expensive. I believe it's running about $14, but again, definitely one of my favorite variants. Let's talk about the most expensive minifigure that we own here at Lawler Bricks to this date. I think you guys are going to be surprised, but it's actually Grima Wormtongue. Now, Grima Wormtongue is basically Sauron's little snitch. He's exclusive to the Tower of Ornthrank set, also known as the Tower of Sauron. This set was from 2013, and this minifigure is currently going for $167. Now that is not what we bought him for. We bought him for a little bit under that, luckily, but this is the most expensive Lego minifigure that we own here at Lawler Bricks. Now I did want to take a minute to shout out a couple other sealed sets that we actually got in this Lego haul from the third-party Lego stores. The first is the San Francisco City Skyline from the Lego Architecture series. This one actually retired recently, but I was super happy to find it in a third-party Lego store so we could pick it up and add it to the collection of City Skyline sets that we have now. And the other one is this sealed brickhead set of Gru, Otto, and Stuart. This one is absolutely so cute. I'm not sure whether or not we want to keep it sealed or build it into our display wall over there, but why don't you guys let us know down in the comments whether or not we should build this one or just keep it sealed. So I did want to take a minute and build these onto the Lego wall here and then show you guys the finished Lego wall after that. So now that all of these are put together, we just simply move some minifigures around and put them on the minifigure wall. Let's go right there. Bam. And we do that with the rest of them. Alright, all of them are on the minifigure wall. Let's take a look at our minifigure wall up to date. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And as always, see you next time.